Yo guys, Naruto the Sage. Today I'm going to be continuing the series of what if Naruto was a neglected genius. Guys, sorry for not uploading for so long. I was busy with school stuff and I didn't have the time to record and edit videos. But I was still scripting even today at school. I scripted a little before the teacher came to the class. So I'm going to be making a video like a special what if, because you guys hit that 40 subscribers and more. So stay tuned. I might make it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm not going to school, so I'm going to record like 2 videos tomorrow and upload them. So let's get into the what if. So last time I left off when Naruto was fighting, I think it was Neji or Ninji. I can't speak. So Naruto was fighting Neji and Naruto pretty much defeated him and was through to the next round. When that is said and done, Sasuke showed up with Kakashi and Kakashi makes the excuse that a black cat crossed his path and he had to go the long way to avoid bad luck or that thing. I don't know how it works. But they still came. Sasuke fought with Gara. Sasuke won, and in this what if I'm going to say Orochimaru doesn't want to attack the hidden leaf because he knows that he can't beat Minato. Minato might still be like the worst dead ever, but he's pretty strong. But because I'm all over the place, guys, he's pretty strong, but he's still a prick. So now Sasuke beats up Gara and he wins the fight. Menma and Mito won their fight. I'm not going to go into detail with that. So it was for like a like let's say a riot or a royale. I don't know how to say that word. So it's going to be like four people battling at the same time. Menma, Mito, and Sasuke decided to gang up on Naruto. Naruto saw that Sasuke's skill is lacking and you could capitalize on this weakness. So you wrap Sasuke with the Uzumaki chains while they are flaming, filled with flames like the red flames, and he threw Sasuke at the wall of the arena, and Sasuke was unconscious. So the proper say first knockout, Sasuke Uchiha, and Sasuke was eliminated. And in the arena, there was people who were left: Menma, Naruto, and Mito. So they still are going to do their little trick so that they can eliminate Naruto first and fight like like fight the strongest people in the ring. But they don't know that Naruto is stronger than both of them. Even though they were trained by legendary Sanins, that doesn't mean that Naruto over the years was lagging off. And in this world, if Naruto is a genius, he can see a jutsu and do it right there. Just like Goku and he saw Master Roshi do the Kamehameha and he did it just like that. So Naruto in this world, if, as I said, is going to be a genius. But many people don't want to believe it because they think that Naruto is the one who caused the Nanto's attack, but Naruto did nothing. The Nanto's attack was just unsealed by Obito, but people in this world should be, I think they should be blaming the masked man or praising Naruto as a hero because without him, the soul of the Nantos would be running around and they would they would have died and no story. So Menma and Mito rushed at Naruto at full speed. They didn't want to go easy on Naruto or nothing. They just want to humiliate Naruto and beat him up. Naruto, in his like when he was seeing them coming at high speed, he was like seeing people coming at a slow motion. He was seeing them move like, let's say, a tortoise, or I don't know, is it a tortoise, or let's say like a snail. He saw them coming very, very slowly. So, without even a second thought, Naruto used his blue Uzumaki chains because he can control his emotions time to time. He can make himself sad, he can make himself angry. So, he took out his blue Uzumaki chains filled with blue fires, blue fire, and wrap them around Menma and Mito. And these blue flames can burn a person. If Naruto wants to kill them, he could just burn them right there and there, and there will not be nothing left. Naruto, he didn't want to kill them, even though he hates them. He didn't want to kill them. He just wanted to subdue them and win the match, because he knows if he kills them, a couple of ninja and Anbo will be on him in a matter of seconds, and he can't fight off the rest of the Hidden Leaf village. And Minato and Kushina would join the fight to avenge their lovely Menma and Mito. So Naruto was just binding them with his chains, and when he told them that the ability of my chains is that I can engulf my chains with flames, and if I want to, if I want to, I can kill you right here and now. Do you want to die? And they just say you're bluffing. Even mom's chains can do that. Naruto say, okay, let me try something out. I'm going to tell you a little secret. If you keep doing that what you're doing, you're going to die. They say, why? What? Why? Naruto say, if you keep moving, those chains get tighter and tighter. I am not controlling them. They just do what they think I want. Because the purpose of these chains are to bind a person or restrain a person or a tail beast. If the tail beast tries to move, these chains will get very tighter depending on the person's chakra and will to fight. So, Menmei thought that Naruto was bluffing. And let me remind you here, Naruto hasn't even used like 4% of his power. Naruto didn't even use 4% of his power. He was just playing around with them, and in his chains he didn't put much chakra. So getting out of this, Menmei Mito will need the 90th chakra. Menmei and Mito looked at each other and said, these fool things that were going to be binded by these chains of his, they are not even strong like Mom's, and he thinks that he can control such Genkai is wrong. And then they used their two form and broke out of the chains, and in the background Minato was smiling that Naruto was going to be beaten up, Naruto was going to be humiliated, and he's going to be humiliated in front of the whole village. And Kushina is just very happy in this moment. Kushina is like, yo, Papi seeing his owner come back from a trip or something. Kushina is happy that Menma and Mito are going to humiliate Naruto, but this is not going to go the way they planned it to go. Naruto, while they were charging at him, Naruto was confused for a little second because they jumped from like being snails to being like mm, rabbits, like a speed of a rabbit. So Naruto was put 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 it off or confused by this. So they managed to graze him like on the cheek a little. Naruto said, "Oh, well done. Is that the best you can do to find me at while I'm using 4% of my power?" They say 4% you're bluffing, you're using all of your power. And Naruto said, "No, you're the idiot one. I'm not using like even 5%. I'm using like 4% of my power to dodge the two tails speed that you're showcasing right now." Naruto, they said, "Just wait. We're going to kill you." And then they activated another tail. Now they have three tails. They charged the Naruto. Now Naruto has to deal with three tails. Three tails mental. Three tails chakra glow. Yeah. Now Naruto has to deal with the three tails chakra glow, and his 4% here wasn't cutting it out because Naruto, if he kept using 4%, he was going to die for real. So Naruto decided to go up a little bit and use like 10% to just teach them a lesson. So Naruto used 10% and he threw four kunais on the ground and said, "You're going to die." And he made, I said, let's say you throw four kunai on the ground and say you're going to die, and make four shadow clones, and those shadow clones went to the kunais that Naruto threw, and these kunais were like thrown down like in a form of a square. So Naruto gave a command, and then the shadow clone said, "For Crimson Racer," and like four beams came from the ground and shot out to the sky, like high in the sky, and a barrier shot up. No, and Menma and Mito were trapped inside this barrier. People were so amazed because this jutsu can only be done by a person who is Kage level, who is a Kage level fighter. So I also used the four Crimson Racer, but this wasn't strong that much because it could only hold to seven tails. But if they only have like three tails, it's not going to be a problem. Now also use this and went up, like it threw a kunai to the end of the seal, on the top of the seal, and said, "Fire style, majestic fire style, majestic destroyer flame," and it shot out a huge flames from the sky, and these flames were heading to Menma and Mito, and there's nothing they can do because they are trapped inside the Crimson Racer. They say that if you are a Kage level fighter, it can trap even the 10 tails. So they are pretty much fucked up. So the Majestic Destroyer flame hits them head on, and everyone is thinking that Naruto killed them. And Kushina and Miyashita are getting angry and angry because how can Naruto like do those Kage level jutsu? Where did he learn them? We go to a flashback when Naruto was like 7 years old. He started training like at 5. When he was 7 years old, Naruto was at the library, so was reading a book titled Madara's Legacy. So Naruto decided to pick and read the book. So when he read the book, he saw many jutsus that Madara Uchiha can use. He saw the Majestic Destroyer Flame, the Susanoo, the what is it? The Yin and Yang release, the light and the dark. So Naruto didn't have the Yin and the Yang release, but he can still do the Majestic Destroyer Flame. So that's when Naruto learned the Majestic Destroyer Flame, and Naruto wanted to learn more about the first Hokage because in the book that he read about, he saw that Madara fought someone, but he was defeated. Yara yara yara. So it is the flashback. So Naruto defeated Mema and Mito, but Minato didn't want to give Naruto the Chunin vest or name Naruto as a Chunin, but there is nothing he can do. He can't do shit on this situation because if he doesn't give Naruto the Chunin vest that he deserves, other villages may think that the leaf is corrupt. And I forgot to say that all the Kage are here. Like, not all of them, let's say the cloud and the sand. And yet the Kazekage is not killed, he's still alive. And Naruto, so I said, before going off, I said the other villages, the village leaders are here, like the sand, mist, cloud. Let's say all of them are here. Because they know that as long as Minato is alive, starting another way is pointless because Minato killed like 3,000 ninjas on in a war by himself. So they're afraid of the guy, but the guy is an abusive father who doesn't care about his son, and he only cares about two people, man and Mito, who he thinks that they have the mental chakra and they can protect their village. So he had no choice but to reward Naruto because the 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 reward ceremony, or let's say prize ceremony, was going to be done live while everyone was watching to give the honor or honor the person who won the tuning exams. So Minato, pretty much eating this, went to the stage and said, Naruto Uzumaki. And then Naruto said, I'm not an Uzumaki and I'm not an Amikaze. It's just Naruto. So Minato said, oh, Naruto, congratulations for winning. And then Naruto said, oh, I won. Okay, good for me then. And then Naruto said, oh, I'm a Chunin now. And then he took his vest and went off. A few weeks later, Naruto was walking around. Let's say like it's like 10 p.m. He was going to the convenience store to buy like a ramen and let's say toilet stuff. I don't know, toiletries. So he found Sakura knocked out, and when he woke up, Sakura started crying and said, Sasuke, Sasuke, Sasuke. Naruto said, what? Sasuke, what? Sasuke, what? He said, Sasuke, Sasuke, gone. Sasuke, let's say, why would Sasuke leave? And Sasuke said, I don't know, please go after him and bring me back to me, please. And then I said, okay, okay. Then he rushed off to the Okage's house because it was at night, guys. No one, even the Okage, to go to sleep at some time. So he was not, he was in the Uzumaki or Namikaze house, so they were not sleeping at this time. They slept pretty much late. When Naruto went into the Uzumaki household, he knocked and they say come in, not knowing who it was. So Naruto came in and then said, oh, look at who it is, our loser son. And then to say, I'm not here for that. Sasuke is gone. Sasuke has gone missing. And then they say, what? And then Miro say, okay, I will assemble the team. And he assembled the team. And Naruto in his mind was thinking, what if it was me? What if I just disappeared? Would they even bother look for me, or would they just say, yo, good riddance, the bread is gone, or good, or we finally got rid of the pest? Naruto was thinking this all the way. So the team was assembled. The usual team plus Menma and Mito were present. So they started their mission, and the encounter the so the sound ninjas or Orochimaru's legis or lapdogs. So they encountered their first enemy, Jirobo. I remember this name. This name is Jirobo. So they encountered Jirobo, and I think it was Choji. Choji said, I'm going to handle this one alone. I can beat this guy. And then they said, okay, they broke through the Earth Dome and started, or they ran as fast as they can through Sasuke's location. The next, mm, the next challenge was those twins. I don't know their names, but they like attached to one another. If they want to fight, they detach and fight as a separate team, and they can use Hashirama's jutsu. I don't know if it's Hashirama jutsu, that thing when they bite off their hand and say like it's thousand gates or what? Where gates, or I don't know if it's gates. Let's say like gates with faces come off to the ground, and those things can even stop a tail-based bomb. So they can do that. So let's say Menma and Mito, because they work together as a team, and Shikamaru said, I'm going to stay here. Ah, no. Menma and Mito and Kiba said we are going to stay here, and they started fighting because Kiba and Akamaru can do the human based transformation, and they can be two people or two animals. So they stayed back with Menma and Mito. No, let's say Menma and Kiba. Menma and Kiba, they stayed back because I want to make like Mito sympathize with Naruto a little bit. So they went like few minutes away, and they met like the spider dude who can shoot at a high speed. So I think it was. Hey, let's see. Neji said I want to stay here because my Byakugan can see his moves and I can read them. So you guys go on. And then the next one was Tayuya. Shikamaru said I'm going to stay because again jutsu like this I can easily see through them because Shikamaru is Shikamaru is smart, guys. He's very smart, not like me. So Shikamaru stayed back, and then the only ones left are men. The only ones left are Mito and Naruto. Were running at full speed when they encountered, I think it was Kidomaru, I don't know, the bone dude who can like touch the ground and bones can come out of the ground and impale you. So they started facing off him and they were fighting, and Sasuke was out of the barrel or a jar, whatever it was in. It was out and started running. Mito and Naruto were fighting this guy, and they were wasting time. So Mito said, Naruto, go and fight the no, go and knock Sasuke out or bring back Sasuke. And Naruto said, are you sure? And then she said, go. And when Naruto was about to go, Lee showed up and started fighting with Mito. And then Naruto said, Lee, please, it didn't say please protect her because he hates them all. Naruto is like, he doesn't show it very much, but he hates them. So Naruto just left and moved out. Naruto managed to stop Sasuke at the Valley of the End where they were Shirama and Madara statue and the stick waterfall. So they started fighting like crazy. Sasuke used this cast mark, and Naruto, like, he was injured from Kidomara's attack because he didn't want to see, like, he hates them, but Mito is still his sister, guys. He's not going to, like, let her die, even if he hates her, but he's not going to let her die while he sees her getting impaled by a bone. So he pushed her out of the way, and one of the bones managed to eat him. Like, I don't know, let's say in the stomach, but the wound wasn't that deep. So, but it was he was losing a lot of chakra fast because his chakra was trying to close up the wound, and he was opening it up by moving around fast and trying to punch or kick Sasuke. But at the end, Naruto was not unconscious because Naruto doesn't depend much on the Ninetales chakra, but he wants to prove himself worthy of it before using it, not like Menma and Mito. Now, when fighting Sasuke, Naruto used the One Tails chakra cloak, but it wasn't enough to beat like Mark State 2 because Naruto was injured and he was bleeding out. His chakra was depleting. Here, like, I don't understand this in Naruto. Like, the Ninja's chakra is just a boost, or does it give, like, does it replenish your own chakra? I saw that if you have zero chakra of your own, you can't use the Ninja's chakra. Is that how it works? If it works like in a different way, guys, tell me in the comments down below. I'm confused about this. So Naruto was knocked out by Sasuke, and Sasuke went on his way. And Sasuke, like, did damage to Naruto because he stabbed Ichidori through his chest. But this time it wasn't closing up. It wasn't doing anything because Naruto's chakra in this what if Minato didn't use the Reaper Death Seal, used the 8 element seal, and the 8 element seal works the way Minato wants. If he doesn't want the Nantos to, like, give Naruto chakra or sleep chakra. I don't know what the word to put this, like, to take control of Naruto, because you think that Naruto is weak-willed and the Ninjas could just take control of him. That is, he could only release like an amount of chakra, like a tail's worth of chakra, but you cannot release anymore. So Naruto already used the one tail chakra cloak, and the Ninjas were trying to sleep out more chakra, but it wasn't working. The cage was starting to, like, what is the word, to bind the Ninjas so that he can use the his chakra anymore. And also, yeah, she was like in a near death experience. It was in a near death, like he was right on death, or at hell's door or heaven's door. I don't really care. So also, like, he was 30 minutes away from death. Let's put that there. Naruto was 30 minutes away from death. So Mito thought that Naruto would have trouble beating Sasuke, and thought that if she could go by herself and bring back Sasuke by herself, she could be praised as a hero and even be made a chunin. But she didn't quite find a pleasant view. Even if their parents beat up Naruto and the villagers beat up Naruto, and sometimes he nearly died. This what Sasuke did to Naruto was 10 times that, because Sasuke, yeah, like, he opened the wound that Naruto, at the place where Naruto was hit before. Sasuke slashed with the kunai, and the wound was like huge, and Naruto was stabbed through the chest with a Chidori, and he was bleeding from the head. Naruto was a mess at this point, and Mito seeing this, even though she doesn't like Naruto, Naruto is still a brother. No matter what, she she felt bad for Naruto because Naruto could die. And at that moment, Mito, without thinking, activated the Nentral's chakra and carried Naruto, like, she was running like, bro. She was running like crazy. Like, she passed all the tuning and were there, because Shikamaru and Neji were promoted to tuning no matter if they failed to retrieve Sasuke. So she was passing through them like they weren't even nothing. So she managed to hurry back to the village and went straight to the Hokage's office. Kushina and Minato were there, and when she entered, she said Naruto is dead, and Naruto was like a mess. Even them two were like, guys, they were shocked on what Sasuke did. So they took him to the hospital, but they took him to a crappy hospital because they didn't want to spend much money on him. But Mito thought that this is crazy. Naruto was assigned to go after Sasuke. And Sakura, being Sakura, said Naruto is a loser. You couldn't even bring Sasuke. She didn't even see the shape Naruto was in. And this pissed off, like, Mito a lot, because even if she hates, even if she is Naruto, Naruto is still her brother. If he dies, she's still going to cry. But she, this, they were going through a phase, and it would have passed eventually. So Naruto, after a week of being in a coma, finally woke up and decided that he was going to go to train by himself. And when he woke up, guess who he saw next to his bed? He saw Mito sleeping near his bed. He asked himself, why would she bother like sleep? Because Naruto doesn't know who saved him. He just think that it was like a random ninja who found him unconscious, but it was none other than his sister. So Naruto just said, I'm going to train like for the next first the next 3 years. I'm not going to come back until I master like a new jutsu that I've been working on to come back to until I pray the jutsu that I've been working on. But see you in 3 years here in the village. I was just talking to the village, not the people in the village, but the village. So I think I'm going to end this what if here. I think this is longer than the other what ifs. It's like half an hour. So peace.